Yeah, fellas, welcome to the show. I want to get through some mail real quick. Let's see. Forgot where I left off last time. I think I looked at a couple pieces of mail that was already still there, but if I missed your mail, I do apologize. Let's start with K.R. Hawkins. Troll again. Okay, let's see. Implorable 22. This troll made up his fourth account, trolling my channel and yours as well. The weirdo says he exposed you on his video. Check it out. Also, his comments are on the lay report assignments. I've already deleted all that stuff there, K.R. Hawkins, and blocked the new name he's under. Now, he's from that POA hate site. And remember, yeah. Obviously, you see the guy's real mental because he keeps coming after you. And I think he's the one that posts those homosexual black photos that were on there that time I was on there. So, I'm sorry. I just apologized to Tyrone Magnus also. I sent him an email about the guy because he followed me over there to his Tyrone's account to try and troll over there. And I explained to Tyrone, who he was, where he's from, and all that kind of stuff. So I told Tyrone, leave him alone because if he says something wrong to him, things will go off on Tyrone. I don't want to bring that kind of bullshit to his house, I don't want him to start trolling Tyrone and stuff like that because I really like the guy and his girlfriend. Okay, the homo's at it again, bro. Yeah, I've already dealt with that. Let's see, you sent this. I don't know what date you sent these. 12/7. I think I did it yesterday morning. Okay. All right, this brother, Juzu, I want to become proactive. How are you doing, my man? The sun is up. By the way, as I told you, next month I'm not going to be answering questions on my emails here, so get them in while you can, okay? I'm going to do as many shows as I can up until then, but I got to stop for a while. I have to clean my business up, and that's one of the things I'm working with the coach. He said you're giving away free advice, and you got to clean it up. So anyway, dumb down the video if you want, but I can't do as much next year. Maybe once every week or something like that. I don't know, but I'm going to be busy. I have to turn my account into a income account. So I got to find the right market and start marketing to the right people and all this kind of stuff if I want to survive in this business. If I just want to go under and just shoot the breeze, then I would keep doing what I'm doing, and that would cause me to go under. Okay. I won't be answering questions for people that come to the site that pay the $5. And it's not that much money when you really think about it. But the problem is I'm working with a lot of you guys, you're students, and you're broke. And you're not really my market that I should be talking to. Some of you guys are even high school, or 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, guys who aren't out there in the world working. Because a working man knows, like I'm dealing with a guy named Shamir, over some bullshit. And I just banned him from my site. Fuck it, I don't even deal with the shit. Because a man, when shit goes down, you owe someone money, a man will do that. He'll step up and make sure everything's equal. That's what I would do. I wouldn't give no excuses about, I did this, I did that. No. I handle my shit like a man. And when you start doing boy shit, I'm just tired of it, fellas. Okay? So, Juzu, I think you're already on my site. I keep asking you, why you keep writing me over here. I guess you like the video response. Well, now I'm doing video responses for the site. So you could ask me on the site. Okay? How are you doing, my man? The sun is probably up there in Sacramento as I'm writing this. Enjoy it. We've got about 5 hours of sunlight per day here in Vasa. Vasa. I got a question for you. I'll try to make my text easy to follow. I always have a tendency to be lazy, probably because I got everything with a silver spoon as a kid. I hated it. Really? I would have loved it myself, but now it's something happening to me again, even though I thought I had broken it once and for all. I basically turned a new page in my life last summer. I moved to a new city, started my business studies, good. Also, I wanted to do as much as I can, so I started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, gym, salsa, and started creating a Toastmasters club here. I like you, Juzu. Do you guys hear what he said? He's actually creating a Toastmaster club here. Those kind of men, young men, I would rather deal with. No offense, than, you know, feminine males that thumb down shit because I give them assignments. You know, you guys notice that? When I put out the assignment, you know, 5 weak motherfuckers thumbed it down because they don't want to be reminded that they've got trouble. Oh, boo-hoo, I'm sorry, motherfuckers. Grow the fuck up. Immature shit. Things I like doing. I did that for a while, but then started doing everything half-assed. And I've kept that momentum going for a while. Okay, this is your wake-up call because you're writing me about it and you don't like it. So now you have the permission to turn it around. Stop doing that shit. At first it was supposed to relieve the stress, but now it's taking too long. Lately I've attended just one half of the salsa and BJ. You burned out. Skip a few lessons here and there. With TM, I do what I have to do, even though I don't always feel it. Yeah, you got burned out. You went a little bit too far, too fast. And that happens. Okay? So you want to find the things that are important to you and stick with those. Okay? Don't try to do too much. Also, kids who get it spoiled. Jovi, let me have some more of that cider. They get it spoiled. That's yeah. Versus kids who had to work hard for stuff. This is going to be a challenge for you for the rest of your life because of the way you were raised. You got to learn to reprogram yourself from that. I hope you could have some advice on this. If I remember, you helped your kid with procrastination too, so maybe you know how to help me. You guys are two different people there, bro. And it was myself that I was helping with procrastination. Mr. Llama's back with a video link. No, I haven't seen that video there, Mr. Llama, but I'll check it out when I can. Chama has a new perspective on approach anxiety. There's a video at the bottom of it, and they're talking about anxiety can be a good thing because it gets your heart going and your blood flowing. This psychologist talks about that, and it's like a survival instinct. The problem with really smart people is their brains are really powerful, so their brains will jack up the body and make approach anxiety the thing it's called, anxiety. So that's the problem with smart people, is your brains are really strong, and they really tend to obsess on something. You know, you guys have those kind of brains that lock on something, and you can study for hours and hours and not even stop. I was talking to one of my clients. We both have a similar thing, slight ADD. I remember reading the same 6 words or same sentence about 6 times over before I would wake up out of my daze and then try to focus. Studying out of books was real hard for me in school. You know, I don't have that kind of mindset. You know, I'm right-brained. I'm all over the place, as you guys have noticed. But thanks for that video, Chum. I'll check it out. Maybe be able to pass on some more information. Christopher, continue from and he's talking about social anxiety. Hey, Supreme, the social anxiety isn't severe to the point that I need professional help. It's mainly my eyes that irritate me because they seem to always be dilated when out in social situations. And my voice is shaky. I've done your... Okay, yeah. You did my fear. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I go into a little bit in there. Sound like you've gotten better, though, since my fear course. So we got a little bit residual. I suggest you go back through it and make sure you always do the exercises. You don't just do the course. You take the exercise with you. So whenever you're feeling that anxiety, remember what you got to do. Everything I teach you in there. You don't get up there and just not do it. Remember the steps that I put you through. Every time you feel that, until it goes away, keep doing the exercises. Okay? I'll finish up with the first trainings video on anxiety. And as I said, I'm going to release it to you. No problem. We'll get that done. Messing Up by Adigborn. A player, it's Adigborn again. Your channel has been very helpful. I'm half black American, African American, half black African. So when it comes to girls, I use that to my advantage. Black girls love black guys that are a little different from what they used to. And white girls find it interesting that I have a cultural background. Believe it or not, your African American side, there is an African American culture. In fact, our culture is the most dominant black culture on the planet. We've influenced white folks. Our culture has influenced your countries as well over there in Africa. People in Africa listen to hip-hop music and they dress hip-hop style. Blacks in England, they copy us. Blacks in Canada, they copy us. So there is actually an African American culture. Like we eat collard greens as part of our culture. We eat sweet potato pie. We don't eat pumpkin pie. We teach our kids, don't trust, we teach our kids, you got to work 3 times as hard as, white folks to get noticed. Always be respectful. Well, we used to teach our kids to be respectful. They don't teach them that anymore, obviously. But, there are things that were in the black culture. It was based on our fear. Because in this country, you're not probably privy to or aware of, but our background is all based on fear. Okay? Unfortunately. Let's get to your situation, though. I just want to make that comment. Over here in the States, we have created more inventions than any other race of blacks on the planet. We've had black astronauts. We had a black president. We've gone further than any other African descent or African race has. Okay? It's the cell phone. You can trace some of the inventions of the cell phone back to black inventors. You can trace the invention of the computer back to black inventors also that helped on those projects. The first open heart surgery. There are so many numerous inventions that we've invented, including the cotton gin, because Eli Whitney saw a African slave that had invented a machine that was doing something to cotton, and he went and copied the shit. That's the real story behind shit that they don't teach you. The light bulb, there was a black man there working as assistant. And as we learned the truth of Thomas Edison, he kept a lot of creative inventors under him, and he took claim to their inventions. He didn't make all those goddamn inventions. White folks like to throw Edison at you, but the truth, I learned this truth last year. I didn't know that. I knew there was a black guy there, but I didn't know he did that. He was more like a businessman. But anyway, I don't want to start hollering and ruin your message here. Preaching and shit. Yes. Okay, but sometimes I'm a little shy. Okay? I get approached fairly often by girls, but sometimes I get shy. You said that before. Anyways, I was parking my car in the parking lot of my college, and this other girl parked her car too. Excuse me. Blah, blah, blah. It's a girl I went to high school with, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is an email. He's nutting up over one girl. Not good, Adigborn. Scanning, blah, 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 blah. A week later, I saw her again, blah, 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 blah. I'm 5'9", she's 5'2", amazing body, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I'm going to tell you the secret advice I give everybody who writes to me about one girl that looked at them or talked to them. Here it is. Jovina, are you listening? Okay, I got everybody's attention now. What you want to do? This might be a little hard for you. Ask her out. That's it. Don't guess. Don't write me about it. She looked at me. She smiled at me. Just ask her out. And tell me how the date went. Okay? That's all you got to do. You guys, and your fear, and all this shy shit, man, you're missing out on so many opportunities, young brothers. So many opportunities to just, go and ask a fucking girl out. It's real easy to do. Just go up to her and say, hey, why are you talking to us? Okay, well, I'll talk to you. How about we do coffee sometime? Well, these are sisters, so. How about we go to a Jamba Juice sometime? Hey, you know where that Jamba Juice is over in 4th Street? Why don't you meet me there tomorrow? Was that hard to say? Find out where the Jamba Juice is near your college, and they always have one. Or, hey, why don't you meet me in the lunch cafeteria tomorrow at lunchtime? Find out one time she's, free. Hey, why don't you meet me in the lunch cafeteria tomorrow? Was that take a miracle to say? Did it take some super stacking stories bullshit to say that? Did it take some magic mystery method shit to say that? No. Okay? That's how things are out there in the real world. There's no stacking stories and yelling in a girl's face. There's no magic routines to just go for a fucking coffee or to get something at the lunch cafeteria on campus. You don't need an e-book for that shit. Just ask the girl out like we did in the old days. Okay? You guys have a good weekend. Let me know your field reports now. Those of you guys who are man enough to go out there into the world, let me know your field reports. Okay? Write them below the video where I ask for the assignment. Or you can send me a private message. But you guys who are men, because as I said, I don't want to work with boys and feminine guys and immature motherfuckers. Just men. Okay? You guys who are men and man up to get outside of your rooms or your homes and all that and went out to the real world, let me know. Because that's how we fix your problems. And remember, this is going to be going away real soon on a regular basis. So, okay? Peace.